Welcome to WEFTEC Now. I'm Travis Loop with the Water Environment Federation, here with Rob Montenegro, and you are Executive Vice President with Grundfos. How are you doing, Rob?
I'm very well, thank you, sir, and thank you for having me here today.
Happy to have you, very happy to have you. I'm very interested in this, how we're in this digital era, right? It's just becomes more and more digital all the time, and how this has impacted your business of pumps and pump solutions.
That's a great question, Travis. Grundfos has been involved in technology for years and years and years. In fact, we developed the first intelligent pump back in 1991, and we continue to drive innovation and utilizing technology to solve the world's water and climate challenges as we continue.
Yeah, and so an intelligent pump, what does that mean?
An intelligent pump is one that is adaptable to system conditions and or pumps that utilize sensors and other monitors to maximize and optimize the performance of the equipment. Really, the best of all worlds is when you can have an adaptable pump utilizing some of these sensors and other technologies that are available to make the system as optimizable as possible.
Yeah.
And we've launched some of these things, some of these solutions here this week at WEFTEC to combine our smart equipment and our intelligent pumping and pumping solutions together with sensors to, again, maximize the performance of the system as a whole. We've got our Grundfos condition monitoring that we're launching here this week. We've got our smart digital dosing pumps. We have Grundfos remote management that utilizes these technologies to help our customers perform better jobs.
Yeah, so an intelligent pump and is really about using sensors that are kind of part of these pumps, can send information to the utility. They can see how it's performing, what's going on, and then they can adjust and so forth?
Precisely. So the sensors and new technologies that are coming down the line, we've adopted into many of our design solutions today, and for sure this will be part of our solutions going forward as well.
Sure. Why do you focus so much on innovation and trying to keep pace with or stay ahead of all this rapid change? I imagine that's a bit challenging because the pace of change is incredible in the digital realm with technology, but this is a real focus for you.
It's absolutely a real focus. The technological world, especially when it comes to pumping and pumping solutions, is the wave of the present and the future. So we recognize that, we see that, we've been market leaders for decades, and we need to continue to evolve and design and create new solutions for our customers to continue to stay in that leadership position. We're partnering today with technological leaders from across many different sectors, and we've also created an innovation forum within our own organization to allow us to get the best ideas from our own personnel, as well as from those outside these technological leaders, as well as from our customers to help us to define these next solutions.
How much of your innovation is driven by what you hear from your customers and what they're looking for and what they need?
That's a great question. So we're doing a little bit of listening to what our customers are telling us and making product developments from there. And we're also utilizing our own expertise to be able to predict in the future what we'll be able to supply as solutions. Some of the things that we're doing right now, for example, is we've launched this week our Grundfos condition monitoring. This is a solution that allows us to utilize technology that's available today, combining artificial intelligence and machine learning to properly monitor what's happening together with a pump or other rotating equipment so that we can predict challenges with that equipment prior to it becoming a real challenge. So we can keep that equipment running more efficiently and more effectively, and also save costs for our customers.
I imagine that's a big cost savings if you can predict and know where things are going to happen and when they could happen, absolutely.
And not just that, but with these sensors, we're also able to predict what kind of challenges the equipment is having. So if there's vibration or cavitation or other challenges, we can predict it utilizing these technologies.
And what are water utilities seeking? What are they coming to you and saying, we want to be able to have this, we want to do that, we want to transition to this direction? What are you hearing from the water utility sector?
That's really a two-part answer that I can give.
Sure.
The first one is the water utilities are much like any consumer. They want solutions that are easy, that are reliable, that are sustainable, that save money, and also that makes their lives easier. So we've incorporated that into what we're doing to develop solutions. One of those examples is the Grundfos LC231 and 241 controllers that we're launching this week that are accessible and adaptable utilizing an app on your smartphone or on an iPad.
Wow.
So that's kind of a neat technology that we're rolling out this week. The second part of the answer is that certain municipalities are remaining quite conservative and slow to change. Certain municipalities are very progressive and they can see the future and see what technology can bring. So we're working together with both of these folks in unique ways to help maximize our solutions for their needs.
I can understand why some utilities are trying to be innovative, trying to be forward-thinking, trying to change with the times, and why do you think some utilities are a little bit more conservative with their approach?
Many of the municipalities are steeped in history. So they know what they have tried, they know what they have tried that's worked and what hasn't worked, and they're a little bit reluctant to be on the front page of the newspaper saying, hey, we tried something and it didn't work and now there's a leak.
Fair enough.
So they're looking for that reliability and the consistency that folks like Grundfos can offer with our technological solutions.
Through this conversation, you mentioned a couple times talking about the water challenges and climate change. Why do you consciously talk about those things?
That's a fantastic question, Travis. So, Grundfos being a leader in the industry, we feel it's our responsibility to make a positive impact on people's lives. To that effect, we have adopted the United Nations Strategic Development Goals 6 and 13 directly into our strategy to remind us and to keep it on the forefront of what we're able to do as a leader in the pumping community. UN Strategic Development Goal 6 deals with clean water and sanitation for all people, and Goal 13 deals with negating the impacts of climate change. So we've taken it upon ourselves with some very ambitious goals to supply clean and reliable drinking water to 300 million people and to become climate positive by 2030. So these are real life solutions that we can bring to the table. And again, because of our leadership position, we're taking that position and pushing others to join us on that march.
Well, that's terrific, because many people believe that to address these big challenges in water and climate, it's going to take leadership from the private sector. So I think a lot of people will be happy to hear that. Being climate positive by 2030, what does that mean?
That means we're going to reduce our energy usage, we're going to get ourselves off the grid as much as we possibly can, we're going to recycle our water, which we're already doing in so many of our facilities already. These are the sorts of steps that we're taking that will help us to achieve those goals.
Absolutely. And I understand that you're also involved with a number of NGOs and similar type efforts. Could you talk about that?
I can. Again, because of our leadership position and because of the responsibility we have to not just our community, but the greater world as a whole, we're in a position to help, and it's really embedded deeply down into our DNA as an organization. We've partnered with organizations such as Water Mission, a nonprofit organization that provides drinking water and sanitation to those in need. And we have done a real nice job in collecting funds and donating resources to those in need all over the world. And in fact, earlier this month, we donated substantially to the folks that were negatively impacted by Hurricane Dorian in the Bahamas. And these are just some of the reasons why so many of us at Grundfos say that we are proud to be Grundfos.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, I know the people in the water sector are proud to have companies like yours that are so mission focused and so much focused on the greater good while you're still going about your business. So thank you for sharing this information and teaching me a little bit more about pumps today.
Outstanding. Thank you, Travis.
Thank you very much for watching. For more interviews, please visit weftec.org/now.